Well, hello everybody. This is Dr. Troy Dukowitz of the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big ass results in your life and business. Today's topic is this: just say no. So this is, look, I remember being a kid, and this was a theme of the local police officers or police station. They had this on their cars. I think they even still have it on their cars today. I'd have to look. I haven't really looked in years. But it was the slogan of just say no, and it was kids saying no to drugs. And over the course of this last, couple week period of time, I have assembled a group of people to go through a 30-day inspired, empowered morning challenge. And this is to help people to create some energy and focus and power in their mornings that will propel them throughout the course of their day. And last week was essentially our preparatory week. And in that week, I've introduced them to scheduling, the importance of scheduling, looking at their own schedules, finding the gaps in their schedules where they're wasting time and just bleeding energy away. Now, I've been teaching schedules for, it has to be at least, I'm going to say, 15 years now, if not longer. And it's something that I learned myself. I taught myself, and then obviously I've ventured along the way to kind of learn from other people and learn some tricks of the trade to see what people are doing to be more effective and efficient with their schedules. And one of the common themes that came up last week, now I want you to think about this. If you're starting your day and you're already hitting the snooze button, and then you're one of these people, how much power and energy do you think you really have throughout the course of the day? Here's what I mean by, quote unquote, these people. People who say yes to everyone else but themselves. And that's a real common theme that has come up as I've looked at these schedules, and when people are sharing with me and reflecting to me what they're seeing, they say, wow, I just realized that I'm doing so much for everyone else. I'm putting so many fires out that at the end of the day, there is no time for me. Now, of course, you're not going to have energy. Of course, you're not going to have focus. Of course, you're not going to have power because you're sacrificing yourself for everyone else. Now, look, we are all servants of God and we all want to help people. But what we also know is that we are worthless to people if we can't take care of ourselves. How good are you if you end up sick? How good are you if you end up lethargic and no energy? You're not very effective at all. But what if you take care of yourself? What if you learn to start saying no? Just say no. What if you started saying no to all the things that are out of alignment? They are not in alignment with you, your true values, your purpose, your passion, and the things that you truly enjoy and love in this life. What would happen if you did that? What would happen if you started delegating away the shit that you don't like to do? What would happen if you said no to somebody? Now, I know some of you are sitting there and saying, well, yeah, but what if somebody calls me and they're like, hey, man, I just got a flat tire. Can you come help me? I don't have anybody else to help me. There's a snowstorm coming. I'm sitting out on the road by myself. Can you help me? I'm not saying you say no to them. Most likely you're going to say, sure, I'll be right there. My wife got in a car accident a couple years ago. I was getting ready to hop on the phone to coach a client. Guess what? I had to go. I texted him quickly, let him know what was going on while I was hopping in the car and driving to be with my wife. That was urgent. It was important. Those things happen. This doesn't mean there aren't still some fires to put out in life. But when you start extending your circle, and your circle goes from family and loved ones to friends to acquaintances, all of a sudden you kind of are putting yourself in a compromised position. People start to know you're the pushover. You're the one who will do everything and anything, not expecting anything in return. And at the end of the day, you're the one who gets left, well, I don't mean to sound pessimistic, but you get left hung out to dry. You're the one who is sacrificing yourself for everyone as opposed to leading yourself. The question becomes this: what would happen if you started to lead yourself? What would happen if you started saying yes to only things that were in alignment with who you are and where you want to go and the goals and the targets that you have today, this month, and this year? What would happen if you went throughout the course of the rest of this day or the rest of this week saying no to things and people and situations that were not in alignment with who you are and where you want to go? What would happen? And ultimately, what would happen if you started saying yes to you? Saying yes to getting up 15 minutes early. That's all. That was our first step in this program this week. 15 minutes early. Get up 15 minutes earlier and do something for you. Say yes to you? How would that change your day, your week, and ultimately your month? It's all on us to make these decisions. And by doing so, I create more power, more focus, and more energy within my being and my soul, which means if somebody comes a-calling and they need my help, I can assist where necessary. It also means you become more clear on your values and what's important to you, which means you will say no more consistently. For some of you, this is a stretch. For some of you, you're thinking, oh, this is so mean. I have to be there for everyone else. How about starting a new affirmation to yourself? I am a leader, not a savior. And if you start to lead by example, others will start to take greater responsibility for their lives. And when somebody comes knocking, it will truly be an emergency. And I know you, just like I, will be there. That's all I've got for you here today, folks. Hey, as always, I would ask you to head on over to iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher if you haven't already, and subscribe and or rate and review this podcast. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I'd also appreciate it if you would just forward it on to somebody that you think could benefit from the messages I share here daily, Monday through Friday. Next, head on over to commitandgo.com. There you're going to find out more information about moi, yours truly, and the coaching programs that I have, and the live programs, and even webinar type programs that we put on throughout the course of months and the year. That's all I've got for you here today. I am Dr. Troy Dukowitz, and this is the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big ass results in your life and business. We'll hear you next time.